Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
It's already messed up. I was just going to let it keep going.
And welcome back to another episode of Two Guys in a Warehouse. I'm Alex from Professor Otaku, and we always have the lovely
Dylan from TGW Podcast.
and
the guy who messed it up already.
A hero returns. A hero returns.
A hero returns.
Boys, we're back. We're back. It's been a minute.
He's been in jail
Back
for
from
a while.
B-more.
Right? After that car chase with the police,
Yeah.
I didn't think I was ever getting out.
Saw you on Live PD, bro.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But my mom was able to sell her,
Body?
yeah. Oh, my gosh.
We can bleep that out. I
Oh,
guess.
my gosh. You can say that.
That's your last
You
bleep.
don't have to. You get one.
Yeah,
bleep.
is that
You
a
get one
bleep-worthy?
one.
I don't know.
My mom
comment?
my mom sold her.
Is she going to listen to
Does
this?
your mom listen to this podcast?
No, she doesn't know about it. I don't tell anybody. So they
That's
don't even
good.
know. They don't even know I like anime.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, after she sold her 2012 Prius, I was able to get bail. And so,
Oh, okay, that's
good.
good. Yeah,
So-
yeah. I heard 2012 Priuses really hold their value, so she probably got a good bit of money for that.
enough.
Yeah,
Enough. Yeah. So enough to get me out, and we're back.
we
Back
are
talking about
back.
anime.
We are
We're
talking about anime.
Talking about anime.
Yeah, I think that's the whole point of this podcast for the
So
most part.
when you were in the Slammer, did you get to watch any anime?
No,
nobody
no.
bought you a TV.
I got to experience some hentai.
Ooh, real life hentai.
Yeah. So- but no anime.
We got some.
Well, technically in Japan they don't separate anime and hentai, so it's all just anime.
Wait, do they really not?
Yeah,
well, it's just erotic.
yeah,
anime,
it's just
I
erotic
guess.
anime, but it's not like separate. It's not really a separate thing.
It's just like a genre. Like
yeah,
hentai is a
pretty
genre.
much. Yeah,
I mean, I guess it like kind of made its own.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big industry. I would
Yeah.
like to assume.
Every time I get on here, we end up talking about hentai.
Dude, there's this show called Ishizoku Reviewers or
Yeah.
Interspecies Reviewers.
dang, Alex
Borderline-
really wanted to bring this up.
Borderline hentai.
So
Borderline
it's perfect.
hentai.
Yeah. It's like it is borderline. I mean, it might as well be a hentai.
I mean, it's
like
a
Monster Masoon.
Oh, no.
Oh no,
It's-
actually, kind of yes.
Oh yeah, but it's
'Cause
all
it
about
is-
reviewing having intercourse with different
Anthropometric characters.
Is it
Or
is
anthro-
it anime?
Dang it, Tyler messed me up. Tyler.
it's with like elves,
Anthropomorphic.
like
Yeah.
angels, different animals,
So they
Yeah.
have
like
angel-
harpies,
like angels and stuff have sex differently.
slimes, yeah,
Yeah.
and they'll review it. They have a board and they review and they'll give it like out of 10.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like their ability to fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the English
It's exactly
the
what you
English
think.
title of it is called Interspecies Reviewers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You'd totally be into
Dude,
it.
it's kind of it's kind of like
it's
Skyrim.
right down your
Yeah,
alley.
it is right up your alley.
Don't knock it till you try it, man.
Yeah.
It
Dude,
could-
I did see some clips and I
it's
was
a-
like, interesting.
Is it well animated?
Oh, very.
That's all that really matters. So it's going up to like
10 out of 10
your
for
A
animation.
levels of animation.
Yeah.
It looks.
But it's just like an angel fucking a minotaur. 20 minutes straight.
Watch the third episode.
Oh no. Yeesh.
Yeah.
Every time I come on, it gets to hentai, like almost immediately.
It's because it's the best shows out there.
You think so?
It's the only thing worth watching.
Is that like how you level up? Like we were talking
Yeah.
about, you start reading manga in Japanese. That's
Yeah.
like the final like evolution of the weeb, but the actual evolution is to just unironically watch hentais.
With no subs.
Yeah, with no subs. Or read hentai manga.
Or read hentai manga.
Yeah.
That's
in
probably-
Japanese.
That's the,
In
final,
Japanese.
that's the final form. Unironically and for the story.
For this, there's some good stories out there. I will say. Top 10 hentai coming at you soon.
The hentai review. That's
Such a tease.
We'll bring back after hours, and it'll just be hentai reviews.
Just for that.
Yeah.
Oh, we could. Yeah. TSF Monogatari.
Have you watched
Yeah.
it yet? Did we recommend it to you?
What?
TSF Monogatari?
No.
No?
No.
Well, we'll send you the link.
Okay. Okay. The Pornhub link.
Is there a way to
The
transition?
anime. Yeah. How do we transition to ping pong now? Oh, that works.
All right.
So,
Were we doing ping pong first? Thought we were talking about other things.
Oh yeah, we can do. What have?
I mean,
so yeah, what have you
yeah.
been watching, Elliot?
There we go. That's a better transition. Gosh, Dylan, you're jumping the gun, man. You got to, you know.
you just came in here all sporadic, throwing out all these shows because you didn't care enough to watch or remember to watch ping pong or remember anything about the show.
You're just getting too riled up with all the talk of hentai.
Yeah, a little bit.
Even
I'm just trying
working
to
out, losing weight.
trying to-
you're
yeah.
getting, you know,
all the
you're kinda like,
testosterone.
Yeah. Cut out all soy.
You're like,
Yeah.
soy. You should do that.
I have, yeah. I'm not
job,
a. Well, there's a little soy in those the Sunbelt bars.
Those are too good to give up. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's okay. That's how I feel.
It's
about,
enough. It's like a good amount of soy.
Yeah, that's how I feel about like crappy sugary cereals. So I can't give them up.
So-
Can't give up Cookie Crisp.
Captain Crunch is only 50 calories for a cup.
What?
I eat-
150? Oh,
150
I thought you said
calories.
50 for
Dude,
No,
I'll eat half
150.
the box.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Captain Crunch, I'll eat half that box.
Yeah.
But yeah, what shows have you guys been watching?
Mostly seasonal stuff recently.
Yeah, I
like
haven't.
keep your hands off of the Motion Picture Club or Isoken.
That's the only one that I've actually been keeping
Yeah,
up with.
I know.
I
It's,
just don't have time.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard to keep.
Hey.
There's so many shows. You like want to watch them all because
You either put in the hard work or you don't.
Either you're a fan,
And apparently you haven't.
either you're a fan or you're a fuckhead.
Yeah.
Is that right?
And I would say you're the latter.
Damn.
Jesus.
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, that just came off like super aggressive, probably.
No, it's okay. We're just aggressive with each other.
Yeah, we are.
It's all this built-up sexual tension between us. It's
We've
just-
both been
it just-
working
it
out,
just
like-
flows out during
Yeah.
the podcast. Just kind of pours out each other's mouths.
Yeah.
Just. All right, I'll go do that.
I've been watching a lot of older 90s shonen series.
Dude, high five.
Really?
Yeah.
Dope.
When?
Well, technically Saint Seiya's 80s,
Yeah.
but that's really good. And Netflix is redubbing it, so I've been watching that. And then Ninko, which inspired Naruto.
Ninko.
It's very, very obscure shonen series.
Oh,
But it
okay.
wasn't Shonen Jump, but it's very obscure.
I love the word obscure. It just
Yeah.
gives this air of just like, oh, you probably haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah.
It's very obscure.
Ninko.
What's it? Is it? Can you see like the connection between that and Naruto?
Oh, yeah. There's like ninjas. The character
Okay.
has a similar attack, like the Rasengan.
Oh,
Like, I can definitely see it.
Yeah.
Definitely, like maybe not all of it, but definitely some.
It's like what
influences.
it's what Kimba the Lion is to Lion King.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, basically.
So open it up another one. Open up a Coors Light right here.
Oh, wow.
Freaking champions. I like
yeah.
Coors Light.
It is the Colorado Kool-Aid. That's what they call it where I'm from. So I'm not from that area.
I was gonna say where I'm from now.
He's been all over.
I have been watching shows that Dylan tells me to watch, and then I watch them, and I say, "Give me another one."
Yeah, pretty much.
Because
yeah.
I'm tired of looking and just falling into these shit shows.
Dude, that's kind of part of the process. You just kind of got to go through you got to wade through the shit to get to the good stuff.
I don't need to though, because I have a friend who knows all the good stuff. So I'm just like, tell me the good stuff.
I
I'm
do know the
tired
good
of-
stuff.
I'm tired of watching Scorching.
I don't know
Pink
that
Girls
I
in
know all the
between
good
watching
stuff.
Good shows.
I just have a cousin that knows all the good stuff that recommended the good stuff to me, and
It's
now
all,
I know.
Should I go
yeah.
to the direct source? I feel like he's evolved too far. Where he's just gonna recommend me like crazy.
No,
It's-
I'll
it
give
might
you
be too much for
I'll
you,
give some-
yeah.
Too much.
I will
Yeah.
give you like some simple.
Nah,
just quality.
He's got
yeah.
good recommendations.
Okay, good.
Dorohedoro.
So
Oh,
Get it-
Doro
that's
Hetero?
another seasonal if you're gonna get
yeah,
into it.
that is one you definitely
Okay,
need to watch.
okay.
It'll my favorite show this season.
I still haven't watched Vinland Saga. So
Oh my god, dude.
you see that clip I sent you of that guy talking about Vinland Saga and
Yeah, it was like 3 hours long.
no, you didn't have to watch the whole thing. It was just the
Yeah,
beginning.
I listened to the beginning though.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, all these people recommend me shit anime, and finally somebody recommends me something good. Vinland Saga, that shit is fucking fire. It's like,
what was
like,
the show
I can
he was
respect
talking
him.
about that was shit? I forget.
What
you guys
was it?
like it? I'm pretty sure. you
Yeah,
guys like it.
no, Konosuba.
Oh,
yeah.
Konosuba? He don't
He's
like
like,
Konosuba?
he's
Yeah.
like, Aqua, she's a dumb bitch. Darkness just wants to.
That's the whole point.
Like, yeah. Darkness is just like freaking wants to be.
She wants to
like,
get dominated.
punished.
Yeah.
And you got the trap loli.
Yeah.
He's like, it's stupid, it's
Yeah.
dumb, which I understand it is, but it's kind of like
It's meant to
appeal.
be that
It's-
way
it's-
though.
yeah,
it's supposed to be
it's
that
like-
way. I see the appeal.
Yeah.
I wasn't super into it, but I might have to go back and watch. Some
It's
more.
one of the better isekai. Well, it's
So
probably
it's a comedy
yeah.
parody. Of
Yeah.
It, so
Yeah,
just go into it with that.
Yeah.
Aqua's kind
Yeah.
of a babe too.
She is.
Yeah,
So-
but she's kind of annoying. Her personality.
I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I didn't really get that annoyed. Maybe I just wasn't. I don't know.
The
I kinda
further you get
found-
into
I kind
it,
of
like-
found everybody equally annoying. So I think
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're all
out.
just kind of trash bags.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
So,
I like Megumin just because of Explosion.
Yeah. No, I like Megumin the best for sure.
Yeah.
oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Aqua is just like dumb and always gets him like in trouble. Don't dribble on yourself.
Sorry, I'm spilling. You drink, you drive, you spill.
Don't drink and drive.
We had that in. Oh no, never mind. That episode's not getting released.
There's an unreleased episode.
There is.
Any-
There's a
I
couple
know
of
all
released,
your
yeah.
hordes of fans are just like, release it. Do a petition. Get a change.org. Be like, we want the Shadow episode. The episode has been cast in the Shadow Realm.
It's been banned from all platforms.
Yeah, you can't even upload it if we wanted to.
Yeah.
It's just Dylan.
The computer
talking about
crashes.
How sexy he thinks horses are. He's like, I just don't know, man. Something about horses.
It's me just rating all the Monster Musume characters.
That's not
There is
that
a horse
bad.
character in there too.
Yeah.
Nah,
But
you know,
once we
okay,
got to the horse character,
All
he
right.
just went off for an hour.
a couple of them are good. Like, it's just some of the animal features. Like, the
They're
snake
too
chick
animal,
wasn't
too much.
too bad until the molting. That really grossed me out. And I forget the bird, her legs. Like,
I like
I-
the spider the best.
I just skipped around.
No.
I didn't watch
the
it.
slime girl was the best.
Oh,
Slime Girl's
Yeah,
I do like
yeah.
Slime
Slime
Girl.
girl's for sure the best.
I just skipped around until like all the parts where there was like almost porn and jacked into it. So I didn't really watch it.
I mean, I just like the spider just because I kind of have a thing for goths. I feel like ever
yeah,
since
I
Goth
know
Life.
she was
Dude, I have a
hot,
thing for
but
Gotham
I don't know.
too.
I don't
Raven,
like.
Raven from Teen Titans.
Dude.
That's my bait. That's my bait.
I feel that. I feel that.
I just don't like spiders, so
Me neither. But
Yeah.
I've like
I liked her design. Like when they would show her just as the body, but not the rest of her.
that
like,
the fucking big ass.
yeah, like
Spider
spider
part?
body. Yeah, because she had like the
She kinda
antennas
has
that kind of like
regular
look like.
legs.
Yeah, exactly.
Which one's the most fuckable though? Do you think?
The slime girl for sure.
Spider
Okay.
too. Oh yeah, the slime.
I don't
girl.
mean just attractivity, just like functionality wise, without getting hurt.
I don't know. Could you imagine a slime girl just like?
How does
I feel
it
like
Sliming
just
on
feel
you?
Like you're, you're like fucking a tub of KY jelly.
It's just
No. Oh, maybe.
with like,
yeah.
but like with like
I don't know.
jacuzzi.
It depends on if she could change her or her
Malleability.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she's like more.
She could
yeah
co-
her
congla-
consistency.
Coagulate. What is that called? Crap. I said the word.
Coagulate?
Coagulate. No, I said it wrong still. Fuck that word.
Majagulate. I don't know.
We might have to have Elliot on for the hentai
Congeal.
podcast.
Yeah, her congeniality. I don't know.
Oh gosh, get the
Congeal.
dictionary.
I know her her
Congeniality.
like osmosis. I don't know, like her consistency basically.
She's
If she can,
you think
if she
she's
can make
fuckable?
herself firmer,
Yeah.
I think she's the hottest, and that's why.
No, you think the horse
don't know.
character's hot. It's just saying.
The Minotaur.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nah,
don't know about
I'm not
that.
into boobs that are that big.
All right. I understand that. It's like
Yeah.
a little ridiculous, right?
Yeah,
It gets a little
Yeah.
too much.
it is.
It breaks your immersion.
Need a good handful.
Just really breaks immersion when their tits are too big.
Yeah,
Like High School of the Dead.
yeah.
Yeah. That was a bit immersion break.
They just like change size, you know.
Yeah, we
So,
talked about that.
Yeah.
It's like it soaks up water.
It's a sponge
Yeah.
boobies.
I mean, after I get out of the shower, I feel like I've gained weight because I've absorbed the water.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought showering was supposed to make you lose weight a little bit. Like I think you lose like
Because you're
half a
sweating,
pound.
maybe? It depends what kind of shower you're taking.
A salt bath, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what UFC fighters use to lose weight prior to weigh-ins.
Really?
They'll take a salt bath, dehydrate themselves.
Oh, yeah, that
that's
makes
what's
sense.
happening. Okay.
Yeah.
But shows
fun
I've been
fact.
watching. Shows I've been watching have been. I watched two shows that you told me to watch. Welcome to the NHK and Fate Zero. And I freaking loved Fate Zero. Fate
Yeah.
Zero was so good. Welcome to the NHK was okay.
Really?
Yeah.
It was just
yeah.
alright.
That's what he told me. Yeah.
For
Yeah.
some reason, I feel like I don't know. Okay,
It could have
You
been.
accept that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
well,
accept it.
well, I kind of want to hear his review on at least
like
on
what? Like I guess
on
what-
Welcome to the NHK.
Yeah, what?
Like,
what?
yeah.
Maybe.
I like this isn't like official or anything. Like
No, it's official. It's being recorded. It's
I know.
official. It's officially recorded.
These aren't my final thoughts. So on the,
You're gonna get
show.
dogged.
Are you still processing them?
Probably a little bit. I was just kind of like afterwards. I was just like, oh, okay, that's it.
just because the ending.
No, the ending was kind of weak.
Yeah.
One, he didn't kiss that girl. He did not kiss that girl.
I wouldn't want to. She's a psycho, dude.
Yeah.
She's a fucking
She
psycho.
is, yeah. So
You suck, but that's okay.
she's kind of a cutie though. She's kind of a
She-
cutie.
I feel
and
you, yeah.
And he grew to love her, and they grew to realize they were both like freaking unstable, like
Yeah.
just mess of
Yeah.
people, and that at least he had that girl who consistently wanted to be with him.
Okay.
And the girl that he wanted
He
to
sucks,
be
but
with,
I still like to be with him.
yeah, it's because she was like hit or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think she had abusive.
She had
parents.
abusive
Yeah.
But then
relationship.
she went through like.
There's that scene where he's like getting pissed off at her, and he raises his hand, and she goes straight
Yeah.
in the fetal
Yeah.
position, like
Yeah.
immediately.
Oh, yeah, and, like, starts
Hardcore.
crying and- yeah.
and I was just like, ooh, okay, this one. I felt really bad.
That was a really weird
she
like
was a
scene
cutie,
to watch.
though.
Like,
she
yeah.
was a cutie. Come
Like-
on.
I just like the ridiculousness he gets into. Like it's
Yeah.
funny, but also dramatic. Like he
Like
gets
when they
into
try
the-
to make their own dating game.
Yeah, the hentai game.
That
Yeah,
was
the
like a
hentai-
whole half the show.
I know.
It was funny.
I mean, he gets
Yeah.
stuck in like a pyramid scheme.
Yeah.
You said there was a cult. Where is the cult? There was no cult.
Yeah. When they were all gonna kill themselves.
Oh, the suicide pact.
The
Yeah.
Suicide Pact, that wasn't a cult, though. It wasn't like they had like a belief in suicide. They were all just
Like,
depressed.
yeah, I guess. I mean,
I was like
it
watching
kinda
the
like
show,
cultic.
waiting for the cult the whole time.
It was kind of like a cultic type thing. Everybody's gonna drink the punch.
Cult, yeah.
Everybody's gonna drink the punch.
Just because people were deciding
We're
to
all
kill
gonna
themselves.
transcend
No, they weren't transcending. They were just like, let's die.
together
It wasn't like
as a
Jim
cult.
Jones. No, it wasn't a cult.
Golden Time has a cult.
Oh, yeah.
Say Golden Time.
It's Golden Boy, right?
Golden Time.
Golden
the
Time
cult,
I'm
Was
watching?
it the cult? Yeah. Remember the
Cult
church
Club?
cult?
Wait. Oh, yeah. I remember what you're talking about now. Yeah.
I did. For some reason, I did think Welcome to NHK had a cult too.
There was no cult.
Yeah, when they're all on the beach and having
No,
a
no, no.
fire
I
and they're
I
about.
thought there was an actual cult. Who? Wait. What? The girl, Masaki. I think. Is
She,
it?
she wasn't in a cult. They were just part of a religious church.
Was it just really okay?
They were just a church, yeah.
And they were all gonna kill
I thought it
themselves.
was going to be the church. No, that wasn't part of it.
Yeah, I'm like trying to remember
Yeah,
correctly. But
it's been so long since I watched that.
Then I thought like the pyramid scheme part, which actually was like some of my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And actually, that was like a really intense episode when they went over to her house.
Yeah.
And saw with the girl who was like spoilers. Can
go
we do
for it.
spoilers?
it's been like
Yeah.
15 years. since it
yeah,
came out,
something
so,
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in this time that we're taking to talk about the spoilers, pause. We'll still. All right. So
Everybody dies.
everybody
Yeah.
dies. The end. Yeah. He got addicted to many different things, but I think throughout the whole show it was just kind of showing the different traps and things that Japanese men can fall into, and I think just like any young man can fall into throughout it. Isolating himself, he got addicted to pornography, which is just jerking off to
Yeah.
characters that he was supposed to be putting in his
Game.
hentai dating game.
That was a funny scene.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite scenes in it. It's just so ridiculous.
Yeah, and so like all that's good, but at the end of it, I just felt like none of it really accumulated to anything, and it just kind of felt a little empty, and there wasn't really any type of like cohesion from the events to events, and I didn't really see too much growth on anyone's part. Not that there has like to necessarily be.
They just kind of end up in the same spot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Well-
I mean obviously the main character, I forget his name,
Sato.
ends up in a better position because he's not a
Hikikomori
hikikomori anymore.
Yeah.
But it's still just kind of just very like mundane, and it doesn't. I don't see too much character development. And the other thing that bothered me was there's a whole conspiracy aspect to the show, right?
The NHK?
The NHK part. I like apparently all that is he uses like he's not a conspiracy theorist. Like you think he is. They talk about conspiracy. They say the word conspiracy, but there is no conspiracy that he's actually involved into. It would be actually more interesting if there was like a specific conspiracy that he thought was out there, but he just uses the NHK as a reason for everything bad that happens in his life. So it's just an analogy for everything that bad that's happened. He gets the blame on the NHK, even though it's not actually a thing he believes is a shadowy organization, because he even admits so in the final episode. He's just like, you can make that the NHK, and you can make that the NHK. So he's not actually a conspiracy theorist. And so it's like, it was kind of like a lame aspect where I was like, maybe actually like make him a conspiracy theorist a little bit. Maybe actually give him a reason other than, I don't know. It seemed weird.
Well, I know the NHK is actually a Japanese TV channel, I think.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't know the actual history of all that.
Yeah.
Because I think there is something to it, but it'd be if you actually knew like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Japanese
about-
history.
Yeah.
Is, yeah.
See, I didn't know anything.
That and the conspiracy stuff, I know that because it's a light novel and it's got a manga,
Yeah.
and it's all kind of different. I think Sato actually does drugs, and that's why he kind of hallucinates.
Yeah, because he has all these crazy hallucinations,
Yeah.
and I was just wondering, I'm like, is he just like pretending all this is happening?
Right.
And they're just animating it. Why is he seeing all this stuff? That would make sense
Yeah.
if he was taking like antipsychotics or something like that.
But we're talking about the anime, so yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely
Yeah.
can see like just excluding all that stuff, just talking about what's actually just shown it through the show. That
Yeah,
could be
it
a
makes
little-
sense.
Yeah, it was a little confusing where I was just like, so what's the conspiracy you believe in exactly? Because I'm not sure. Like you say all the time, it's a conspiracy. I'm like, who's like, but what is the
Everything's a
It could
conspiracy,
just mean
bro.
him just blaming everything else.
Yeah.
but
Well, that's what it
himself.
is.
Yeah.
So he says at the end that he's just using the NHK as like
Yeah.
a reason to blame all of his problems on it. So I thought that was like kind of like a weak element to it.
Okay.
Or, I was just like, oh, well, okay. Like, that's fine.
that.
I guess that's what the conspiracy is. He's not actually a conspiracy theorist. He's just decided to call everything that's wrong in his life a conspiracy for no
it's
reason.
just making excuses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Pretty
It's
much.
just weird. It just kind of threw me off. Right? I didn't understand it.
Okay. I
So,
can feel that.
Yeah,
can you feel that?
we can feel the
Feel it.
the emotion of your hatred for the show.
No.
Yeah, but fuck you.
Yeah.
I gave it a really low score, but I'd probably
Didn't you give it a
higher.
5?
No, I gave it a 6 out of 10.
That's not bad. It means
bad.
okay. It's like, yeah, like
It's
was like,
almost
fine.
passing.
yeah.
So,
I'll respect. I give it. I think I give it an 8.
Yeah, I think
do
so.
like
I
it a
think I
lot,
give it an
but-
8. Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough.
If you take it for just what it is,
Yeah.
it's like you can give it
What
a
is
little bit
it,
higher
though?
score. It is what it is. You just take it for its face value. It's almost like Fully Cooley. You just kind of take it as it is.
yeah.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So
Do you
Fate Zero.
disagree?
Just Fate Zero.
Yeah, Fate Zero is really dope. That was dope. That was dope as fuck.
How'd you feel about that first episode though? Because there's like a lot of info
I was
dumping.
bored. I was
Okay.
bored. I wasn't sure
Okay.
if it was going to be good. I was just like, man, this is a 4. I was like 20 minutes in. I was like, is this not over yet? Or is it just that boring? It was
Yeah.
a 40-minute first episode.
Yeah.
It was pretty tough.
I think after I got to the first fight and introduction to more of the heroes, it got really good.
Yeah.
And in fact, it has one of my favorite episodes of like one of the best episodes of all time, I consider it anime in that show, which is when they're all sitting around that circle talking about what it means to be a
a king.
hero. And Ryder with the fucking quotes.
Yeah.
That dude's got quotables. That dude is like my favorite character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Ryder, dude. He's Alexander the Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like. There's a couple. He was talking to Saber, and Saber was kind of as more that all the burden is like on her to do good for her people, and when the mentality should be you are the king, like the people should praise you and respect you and fear you, and you should be the greediest, and you should be the angriest, and you should be eat the most at the table. Like that's what a king is. It's somebody who puts himself at the front of every trait possible to be the extreme, that nobody beats him out of that. And just kind of like talking about what it means to be a hero, what it means to be a king. And it was really cool. It was, I was digging it. I was really into it.
I thought that was well put. Yeah, that is definitely one of. I've seen people talk about that episode as like one of the best. Sometimes just conversation can be just quality.
No, I mean, there was like no action. It was just them talking. And I was like sucked into that immediately. The dialogue is so good in that show. And yeah.
I mean, you have like two of like I think the best characters, Gilgamesh and Ryder, together, and I feel like, and then you add Saber and whatever, all her like kind of weight to it. Definitely makes for an interesting conversation.
No, there's like so many just like bizarre characters that get thrown into this mix, and so many emotional scenes. Oh, one of the worst scenes was when Lancer, he commanded his master to that one guy was like had a gun to that girl's head, commanded his master to use one of his command seals to order Lancer to kill himself. Holy crap. That was emotional. His like eyes were filled with blood and he's like, I curse you all.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I was like, oh gosh. I felt so bad for that character. He was like he had such
Because
a
him and Saber kind of had this relationship too.
but
like,
he had such a shitty master.
Yeah.
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 This total
A lot of them had shitty masters.
Well,
like,
like Kiritsugo, who's the guy that had the gun to that master's head. Like,
Yeah.
he's just such a savage, man.
is a
He
yeah.
does what he.
Well, I mean, his
can.
background, like,
He just does. He wants like
yeah.
does
He was
whatever
actually
can.
like my least favorite character.
Really?
Yeah, I just find him kind of like he's kind of just like a boring badass with like an okay backstory. I was way more
His
into
dad
the
created like
priest.
Yeah, I do
zombies
like
and
the
stuff. Like,
priest.
yeah.
What's the priest's name again?
I
I
forget,
forget,
his
but
name.
he's played by Crispin Freeman.
Yeah, Crispin Freeman.
Yeah.
Okay. So I love this voice too.
Crispin Freeman.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alucard.
Well, he's Alucard from Helsing.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
just epic and just in control and authority.
Yeah. Probably one of the best voice actors ever.
Oh, that scene with him and Gilgamesh, where Gilgamesh basically tries to get to what he wants.
Yeah, I love Gilgamesh. He's just like, you command me, but I'm gonna kind of do what I want.
He's like, I could literally kill you.
Yeah,
Know
yeah.
your place.
Like
Yeah.
all of the other heroes seem to have some sort of reverence or respect for the master-servant relationship. He's just like, I am a king.
Transition.
Transition. All right. Isaac and I watched it. I liked it a lot. It's from the same guy who did Ping Pong.
Same guy that did
Same
Ping Pong.
director,
Masaki
yeah.
Yuasa.
Is it Yuasa?
I don't know.
Yusa?
Yuasa Masaaki Yuasa. Something like that. I don't know, dude. It's a tough name.
What
Yeah.
else has he done? Because I was listening to a review.
He did Kaiba, Tatami Galaxy,
Oh,
Sket-
he did the
yeah.
Tommy Galaxy? Okay, so
Yep.
he just always does that surreal...
Very
Dove Man,
abstract stuff.
yeah,
art
Crybaby.
style.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you can just watch Tommy Galaxy on YouTube, can't you?
I think
Tatami
there's
Galaxy?
Like 2
Yeah.
episodes on there. I know Funimation has it. So there's 2 episodes.
Yeah,
I
you started watching it, right?
The
Yeah.
dialogue's just so fast, and sometimes I'm like, okay, this is too much right now.
Yeah.
And then I kind of forget about it. But it's like a must watch for me right now. At some point.
Yeah, I feel like the same way, just because of how it looks, just because of the art style.
It's tough to get into.
He always comes with it seems like a unique art style and a unique, just like an interesting world that the 2 I've seen, which is Ping Pong and Isaacin. How do you say it?
Isaacin? Yeah.
Thank you. I'm not good with the Japanese.
I hope it's
words.
Isaacin.
Yeah, it could be wrong.
It always seems like very down to earth, but then also just kind of randomly zany as well. But it seems to be like really based in the real world.
Well, I feel like as an animator, a lot of people who animate would do the things they're doing where they kind of get into their own world. And, as they're drawing and coming up with their story, like, oh, we can do this. Like Alex brought up, the little helicopter thing that they made in the first episode. And they're like, oh, yeah. But you'd have to put something to, like, balance it. Because if it just spun, then you would spin out. So you have to put something that kind of
Oh, you're talking
keeps
about
you
the helicopter
there.
skirt?
Yeah.
Is that the second episode?
Might be the
Something
second
like
episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just like that. Yeah, the Kanamori, the producer type.
yeah.
Tall
Yeah,
girl. She
no.
kind of comes in and
The Yakuza
controls it. Yeah,
type chick.
Yakuza.
Yeah.
She's a Yakuza member. She has that style.
Yeah.
She does have the interrogation, like, we're going to get what we want. So
Yeah.
you don't want me to start blackmailing you, do you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yet I saw that as the animator girl who does all of like the more of the figures and stuff like that and more of the animation. The rich chick, she's more of just kind of like the creator who doesn't want to be compromised and has like the open mind to just travel the whole world. And the other one is the producer. Who is trying to put everything back into a realistic box of what can be accomplished in the real world, how we can market this thing. And then the other one is the story artist, but also the compromiser. Like she always compromises between the two and thinks of a way to get around that. And it's just like a great dynamic.
Yeah.
And that's how it works, like making, because unless you're doing a movie, if you're doing a series or whatever, it's just not enough time to really make everything so,
Perfect.
perfect. So
Yeah.
you have to take certain cuts. I mean, a lot of shows do it where they might cover up the mouth
Yeah.
so that like they just don't have to waste time on that.
Yeah.
Like in the show, what was one thing they did? They panned her to her face of the character's face in the animation that they were making.
And it's more detailed when they zoom in on it, but when it's zoomed out, there's less detail to the
lose-
character.
Yeah, they were talking
Yeah.
about that, putting the mask on her to compensate for
Yeah.
the animation they did in episode 4, so they didn't have to make all those contortions and the facial features and
Yeah.
stuff like that because they didn't have time. And it was pretty interesting to look. It's a cool look into the animated world, where you just don't think of how much of this all goes together.
There's a show called Shirobako that I just started watching recently, and it's actually like a studio that's making a show, and it talks about like their timing and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty good. It actually goes really well hand in hand with both.
Yeah,
I
like
think-
Shirabaku is more of a grounded approach, and then Isaac's more of like the really abstract. Like when they come up with their stuff in their head, they actually show it.
It's showing like the big ideas part of or how like these very interesting creators like sometimes think and stuff like that. How just very eccentric people come up with these ideas and things like that because they made like an exceptional piece of animation when they premiered it in front of all those people. Everyone was blown away. Just
Literally.
Yeah. Right, they were literally.
I was
blown
wondering
away.
if that was actually. I sometimes I'm getting confused when I'm watching the show because I'm like, wait, is this happening?
Because the one can that was like smoking
Right,
and it
and
looked
then
like a shell.
the
and
crowd
he's
is
like,
actually
huh?
reacting. So I'm like, wait, are they actually reacting?
It
or-
was confusing because I saw that shell sitting there in the corner, and I was thinking that the one girl was setting up, like, just
Yeah, to
putting
make
things
it-
there
yeah.
to make it look more realistic than it was. But I think it was all just kind of showing how well done and realistic the animation was, and how smoothly it was premiering.
And how much effect it actually had on people.
Yeah,
Because they're
'cause-
like, oh, wow, that's like really
Spoiler
good.
alert, they got
Yep.
approved.
Yeah. And I like all the characters, and the soundtrack is like freaking solid. Just, like,
Yeah.
I forget. I was like humming the tune to it. That that
When
reoccurring
it's-
track.
Oh,
like that little
time.
guitar kind of.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, something like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a, would you say like a Western kind of, like old Western kind of style?
No, it seems like just kind of like the guitar stuff they do.
Like a
and
floaty
that-
guitar.
Yeah, very floaty, echoey guitar riff.
I dig it.
It's a vibe. And same with Ping Pong. Ping Pong also has a really good, just kind of like, it's like a hip, it works well with the animation because it's more zany and wacky. It's a bit more like hip, modern type soundtrack.
Yeah,
So-
especially for that time.
Just talk about Masaki Yusa real quick. I do love like all the soundtracks to a show. Like even
Yeah.
Devilman Crybaby's really good. Kaiba, because it's like when you see certain other shows, the soundtrack is like kind of just, you never think about it.
Yeah.
But here it's just so like kind of not in your face, but like when you hear it, you're like, oh man.
It's very memorable and,
Yeah.
it's unique as a soundtrack for a show where it just kind of pops and it flows with the animation style really well. There's like so many, it seemed like, I guess he does kind of a different animation style each one.
Yeah.
So when I first saw Ping Pong, I thought that was like the only thing he did. And so I was just like, oh, did Ping Pong get
Well,
like
he's not the artist either, so it's
Well,
like
yeah, I just meant
'cause-
yeah.
Because it's Taiyo Matsumoto is the mangaka. It's an adaptation of that series, and he just kept the exact same art style for the manga, which is kind of ugly, depending
Yeah.
on how you feel about it.
Oh, Ping Pong?
Ping Pong, yeah.
I liked it.
yeah,
I like it too.
very
but
unique.
Some
Yeah.
people can't get into that art style. They don't
Yeah.
really like it.
Yeah, I've seen a couple complaints about it being like ugly or cheap or something. I was
That's
like,
what I like about Isaacin because it's kind of like ugly in a way,
yeah,
but it's really well done.
It's still abstract, but it's a little
Yeah.
cleaner.
It's
Yeah.
definitely cleaner than Ping Pong, but then you also have the thing with Ping Pong is it had all those like hand drawn pencil sketch backgrounds, which is super cool. And Isaacin incorporates that with this like the fantasy of them going inside their own creation,
Yeah.
and seeing everything being made. And when they were walking around that one scene, deciding what scene out of her books to use.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Dude, I don't know,
like
it's-
walking around through the like oh yeah, we can't use this one,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
too
go to the next one.
complicated.
Yeah,
And they were like, "Oh, this is perfect." It's like it's just blocks.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
handle this.
yeah,
So it's a good look into all that takes to animate, and it's just kind of like a fun little slice of life zany show. So I liked it a lot so far. I'm glad you told me to watch
I think
it.
it's probably my second favorite for this season.
It's tied for one for me with Dorohedoro.
Yeah.
I like both of them for different reasons.
Yeah.
Almost similar reasons because they're both kind of out there. But Dorohedoro is kind of it's still funny but darker. It's weird.
It's very dark.
Yeah.
Okay.
As soon as you see the first episode, Elliot, I think, especially the last part
Yeah.
of it, I think
There's
you're
so
gonna
many
dig
shows
it.
I have to watch now. You guys just keep piling on. Every time I come here, there's like
Dude.
at least 5-6 shows.
This is literally what I do to Dylan.
Yeah,
Is he
all the
overwhelming,
time.
Dylan? Does he
Yes.
stress you
Yeah.
out?
dude.
He's
Have you
like-
seen how many Blu-rays I have here?
I see this pile of ones you haven't watched.
Yeah.
And I remember being like, "Oh,
Most
you
of those are
watched all
recommended
these?"
by him
Yeah, and he's
or
like, "No,
brought here. Yeah,
This is my pile of
To
shit I haven't
watch,
even
yeah.
watched." I'm like, "Oh, jeez, dude."
He literally sat me down. He's like, "Hey, man, I think we're gonna have to go our separate ways with these anime, and I'm gonna have to like watch my own stuff on my own." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Dang, all right."
because we'll start a show.
Together. That's what you're talking about?
This month we started 4 or 5 shows together. Show by Rock, Golden Time,
Cells at work.
Cells at Work, and then the seasonal stuff we've been doing pretty well with. But Golden
SS
Time,
Gridman.
SS. Well, we didn't really start that together. I started that on my own, but
Isn't it like 3 S's?
yeah.
Oh,
It's 4.
Sorry,
Yeah.
S Gridman.
So so we started all those, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, dude, you want to watch this show? You want to watch this?" I'm like, "Bro, we got to finish what we started, dude. Like, hold off for a sec." And he's like, "Oh," I'm like, "Hey, dude." He's like, "Hey, you want to watch Show by Rock?" I'm like, "Can we watch like Cells at Work or Golden Time, like so we can just finish those?" He's like, "I mean, I guess."
It's like if you were like a chump.
I don't really want to. I'm like, all right, dude. We'll just watch South Park.
yeah,
We'll just watch that 70 show.
That-
Fuck
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That 70 show reruns. Here we come.
Yeah. It's like, and then like the other day, I was like, hey, dude, I'm just gonna watch these shows by myself because I cannot keep holding off, and I want to finish them because they're really good. Cells at Work is like super good. I actually got the manga for the spin-off series, which is called Cells at Work Black.
He just brought it over.
Yeah.
Let me check this out.
like
so
a-
that's like
Oh.
Cells at Work is like a healthy human body, and this is like somebody who gets like STDs and
It even says it
Yeah.
on the back.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, gonorrhea.
doesn't take care of themselves, doesn't work out.
They use the
eats
scientific
garbage.
name
Content
for
of
it.
adults.
Yeah,
Ooh, 18 plus.
Yeah, I know.
Dang, you're into some hardcore shit, bro.
I know.
I think that's getting an anime too, actually.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. So we'll see. But
So
yeah,
many things.
so
many
there's a lot of good shows that we started, and he's like, "Hey, dude, let's check this out." I'm like, "No, fuck you. I'm watching these. You go home and watch your own shit.
Damn.
I have a lot to watch too.
Yeah. I'm like, bro,
I am
the
more
other
than both of
night,
you, so-
I was like, hey, dude, like, he's like, yeah, man, we can. He finally agrees. Like, yeah, we can go our separate ways, like you said. I'm like, well, I mean, we already started this show together. We might as well finish it. Like, I was like, but if you want, because I'm sure you have other stuff to watch, and so
Give him
you're
different
rewatching
signals, man.
everything.
I know, I was gonna say it's like, look, we need to go our separate ways, but we did start the show together. If you want to
No,
watch it,
we
it'll be, like, super
literally
fun.
started watching it that night together, and he was like, yeah, man, we can go our separate ways. Like, after we had started watching, I'm like, dude,
I'm already attached to you
Yeah.
watching. I've already
Like-
used you next to me, breathing on my neck as we watch this anime.
at least let's watch it together tonight, and then the
Seriously.
next time, like,
I can't watch the show without you kissing me on the lips after every episode. Just like, mwah.
Yeah.
You like that one, Dave?
smack me on the ass.
You like that anime?
Dang, already got shipped. We were just talking about that
If
too.
you saw it, they look like IRL. They're cute. They look like a couple.
Couple people have seen us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang, you dox yourself like that?
Nah.
There's psychopaths
Well,
out there, man. Some
yeah.
of your fans probably are fucking
You.
murderers.
Oh my god.
You would be the one to do it to us.
Yeah, I'm
Like, you know what? I'm just gonna. Hey, yeah, they got bombs there.
I'm not motivated enough to be a stalker.
That's
so.
true.
I literally stopped stalking after the first day. I was like, fuck it.
You were actually supposed to be here a week ago for this podcast. Like, hey, dude, I'm just gonna stay home.
Yeah, so
I gotta. He made up some weird excuse. Yeah, I gotta put insulation in my attic.
I did. I literally was like, no, I'm not doing insulation today. I'm sorry, bro. Come down here.
And then he was supposed to be here yesterday. Oh, hey, dude, this dinner got moved to this week.
It did. It got moved. It got moved.
Sounds like excuses.
Yeah, and I would have been too tired.
You either put in the hard work or you don't.
It's true. I've been slacking. I'm here. We're talking about anime.
Oh, is that what we're
We're
talking
talking
about?
about ping pong.
Yeah, let's talk about ping pong.
Ping Pong the
Ping
Animation.
pong.
Because that's really. There's his bleep.
I don't believe that one.
God damn it.
So let's talk about what we originally came here to talk about.
Ping
Fate
Pong.
Zero.
Watch Unlimited Blade Works.
God damn it, Elliot.
So you want to talk about the first 3 Naruto episodes and how they deeply impact like the economical state of Japan at the time?
Well, so in the first episode of Ping Pong,
I almost said it again. Ping pong. Dylan says it's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I say it's a 9 out of 10. Alex is like, "Why do you hate the show?"
I was like, what the fuck? 9 out of 10. How dare you?
like what?
You should've just kept your mouth
My official score is an 8.7 out of 10.
Whoa!
I know he told
Why
me.
do you go to the points? That's like too much. That's too much. It's
Not too much because it's like
Pro score?
it's like really good, but it's like
score.
to call it like I don't know.
It's a 9 at that point,
Yeah.
though. It's just like a 9 at that.
I know, that's why I just said 9 out of 10 to you.
That's true.
I knew the point would be too much for you to process.
It was too much. I'm like 7. What does it even mean? Like, what's a 8.6 versus an 8.7 anime?
It's like just that much better.
There's more tits in the 8.7. Oh my god. There was no tits in ping pong. It was a very wholesome show.
So, should we ask Alex why he gives it a 10 out of 10 since he's the oddball?
We're all still in the same.
I can tell
No,
you.
because you hate us for it.
It's true.
Like-
I can tell you why I give it a 9 out of
Okay.
10 because I rewatched the first episode and I immediately realized it. It's because I don't like Peiko.
Pego is kind of annoying.
I don't
can
like
see
Peiko.
that.
I
Yeah.
found him kind of annoying.
I don't think
Pretty
Peiko's
obnoxious.
anybody's favorite character.
No.
I
Yeah.
don't think anybody's ever
I think
said it.
everybody likes Wang
I like Kong.
Well, yeah,
or
yeah,
Smile. A lot
and
of people like
Smile
Smile, yeah.
and even the
Akuma?
Akuma, the Cobra, and what's his name?
No, you
Oh,
mean
Dragon.
Kazuma?
Dragon.
Kazuma.
Right,
Kazuma's
Kazuma.
Dragon.
I mean, even he had a more interesting character than.
Pego is just an obnoxious teen who just like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm better than everybody and nobody can beat me.
Hey, Smile.
yeah.
Wanna play me in ping pong, Smile? I'm like, dude, shut up, Peiko. It's like, ugh.
And he just goes like and gets depressed as soon as he gets
soon
beat.
as he loses one time. I mean, it was a good comeback. It's just like a great coming of age story of all 4 different characters all
Yeah.
coming to the realization about like
And the parallels to all their coaches too.
I mean, that's like
Yeah.
each character is a different representation of somebody that would be like in the real world.
Yeah.
Similar. That's why
It's coming to terms with like your own limits,
Your shortcomings.
and your
Yeah.
own drive.
exactly.
And I think that's like it's the ping pong part is just like there. You know, it's a template for that character study of. It's a mix of somebody who has the talent but not the drive, somebody who has the drive but not the talent, and mixing.
Oh
them
yeah, like Sakuma.
yeah.
Yeah,
He's
they
like,
all
oh,
represent that.
how can you be better than me? I like
has-
poured my heart
yeah.
into this.
Somebody
And
that
then-
lacks the ruthlessness
Yeah,
Exactly.
to
but
really take somebody out.
I
That's
feel like
Smile.
we can all agree Igami is the best character though.
My boy, the
Yeah.
guy that went on the journey
Yeah.
after he lost
Oh,
in the first round.
Dude, I was like, who's that?
Yeah, he's like,
Dylan said the same. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I just went out on a whim. I was like, are you talking about the guy that
he
went on the
loses,
journey?
Yeah.
he loses so bad at ping pong.
Yeah,
He
to
just,
smile.
Like, he decides that he needs to travel the world. and
yeah,
find
he's like,
himself.
maybe I'll go to the beach.
Yeah.
And then like a couple episodes later, yep, the beach isn't for me either. And then he's like, maybe I'll go to the mountains. And then he just comes all the way back. He's like, ping pong, why did I leave you?
I always loved you.
It's kind of interesting. Is the reason he realized that is because he realized the person who beat him is like exceptionally talented.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I got beat by somebody who is like absolutely amazing. There's no shame in that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like this is like the top tier guy.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Real fast, we'll go to the ending real quickly. The final episode because we just watched it. Do you think Smile let Peiko win?
That's interesting. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
Because they had that analogy of the coach let
I feel like
Dragon's father win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why the coach wanted to train Smile
Yeah.
was because he didn't want him to end up like him.
Yeah.
And I don't think Smile did let. I don't think he let.
I
Pico
think
win.
well, when Smile left his Game Boy, because that was kind of like the analogy to Peiko being the hero.
Yeah.
I feel like when he left that behind, he left that like what was holding him back behind.
Which was Peiko because
Yeah.
Peiko was actually holding him back. I don't think Peiko ever realized it.
Mm-hmm.
And Smile was holding Peiko back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were both because they're such good friends. So Peiko was holding Smile back because his earniness, like, because Smile never wanted to beat him. He never wanted to make this guy who's like protected him and been his friend so long feel any type of sadness.
Yeah.
And that was subconscious in Smile's mind. And so Peiko holds Smile back because Smile holds Peiko back because he never beat him.
Yeah.
He gave him this illusion that he was better than he was. And then when he
Exactly.
finally did lose, he went into some like
Started
gay-ass
smoking and like
ice cream.
yeah. Hey, you're getting fat.
he did get kind of.
yeah.
That's slubby.
Yeah.
All tan, his hair is all out.
Yeah, because he's at the beach all
He's
the
at the
time.
beach?
Yeah.
I feel like he was talking about me now.
Sorry, I felt like we were talking about me too.
We're all just a bunch of fat schlubs here.
yeah. But we're on our comeback.
We're on our comeback.
Comeback tour.
We're working out. We're doing ping pong. We're going keto.
Although
I'm
Elliot's
not
drinking a
good.
beer. So.
Yeah.
It's a keto beer.
Carbs, dude.
Coors Light is keto.
Because it's basically water. Definitely not getting a sponsorship from them now.
Probably not.
Yeah, it's just like a really interesting study into the limitations that it shows people who hit limits, and that just training hard is not enough, and just being naturally talented is not enough.
Yeah.
Because Wang seemed like he was naturally talented, but he hit a wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he hit a wall, and then he was defeated by somebody that he defeated easily, which was Peiko. Because Peiko had that drive and the talent to go farther than Wang ever could.
Yeah.
And so it just kind of shows people coping with the reality of their own limitations, and coping with the reality of like, is this what I want to do?
That's why they have the stars and the moon, so you can reach the stars.
That's right.
That's what it means.
Symbolism, bro.
Yeah.
The crescent moon.
Yeah.
I watched like 3 reviews of this show. They were all garbage. There's no good reviews on YouTube.
Number 1 review right here on Two Guys in a Warehouse.
Right here.
This is literally a better review. I ain't lying than all the ones we watched. It's a more in-depth review. The one I watched was 6 minutes long, and half of it was just playing clips of the show. I'm like, how's that a review? You're just showing me the show. It would be like, I think I told you, if you might as well just do this. Ping Pong is a great show. Play the entire show, and at the end of it be going, see, and this is why it's a great show.
We were just going to play the audio from the whole show.
Yeah, we're going to play the whole show. It's a 12-hour podcast. I guess it wouldn't be that long.
5 hours. Less than 5
Yeah.
hours.
Less than 5 hours.
It's a pretty long podcast still.
It is a long
That
podcast.
is pretty long.
So, and it was terrible review. But I think this is probably, weirdly enough, it's not even a sports anime, but it's like it's still like a better, it's more about the sport than half the other animes. Because they actually go in like down into depth about like how it is to play ping pong. Like,
Well, yeah, that when they exchange paddles and like, oh, your pips are up.
So you do this, that, and I'm like, oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know it was
the-
even a thing. I learned
the
it's got
pen
same type of
holder.
paddle.
Yeah.
Although they don't
Yeah,
really,
it's like-
they don't really go into. I mean, I guess maybe people know how to play ping pong, but they like don't go into explaining
We don't
all
go into
the
like
way.
baby basics.
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm gonna Google God.
It-
But
it's not.
definitely
It's
more-
not a
What do you
training
want, a
video.
bottle?
It's definitely
What do you
more
want, a
catalyst.
bottle
Yeah.
It's
filled
a-
with ping pongs, huh? You big baby.
I
Can't
do like ping
figure
pong.
it. Yeah, but they do talk about technique.
Yeah,
they do
that's
talk
it.
about like footwork and
It's so
Backhand.
fast, but every time they introduce a character, they had the kanji for what their name was, their nickname, how they hold the paddle,
Yeah,
and like
a
their,
chopper,
yeah,
all that
Yep,
stuff.
yeah,
yep.
what style,
And that was cool. Like there's different styles of ping pong, and it went into more depth than I think most sports animes do. Because like I said before, most sports animes are just action anime because they're just ridiculous and over the top. And this one's like down to earth, but it's not even about the ping pong. It's like a character study. It's just a really solid show.
yeah,
So how
Coming
it's
of
done.
age.
yeah.
It's a coming of age, yeah, definitely. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I was going to say a contrast between Isekin and Ping Pong is interesting is that Isekin is completely female-centric and Ping Pong is, like, totally male-centric. Like, every character is
yeah,
a
that's-
dude.
yeah.
I remember it'd be like, Isekin is the maker of Ping Pong, watching it and be like, oh, it's all girls? I'm like, oh, Ping Pong was all dudes. I'm like, that's interesting.
Is it the same mangaka though? It's not the same.
No,
mangaka.
no,
Yeah.
Isaac
It's
is
just
a
this-
completely
yeah.
original. Oh no, it's not. It has a manga, but
Yeah.
it's a different.
I thought it was the same writer.
No, same director.
Same director.
Same director.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I got confused.
Now
Never
you need to
mind.
rewatch
Not
both.
as interesting.
Yeah, your whole perspective
whole
is ruined.
perspective's ruined.
Now he'll probably give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, now it's 10 out of 10. There's Ping Pong's 10 out of 10 because there's like
That's
That's,
his
I guess, another
second bleep.
Oh my god.
you don't need to bleep that. I love you girls.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
love all of you.
Might have.
You mean here? This is my number.
I feel like okay.
Or
His number is 4.
I swear.
It's also the number of his looks.
I'm sweet. No.
It's also the Dragon Ball Goku gets in the first episode.
Oh, yeah,
Dragon
his
Ball.
grandfather.
So you want
watched
to talk about Dragon Ball Z?
him. Gohan.
Kamehameha. Kamehameha. Oh, I would just say Kamehameha.
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 Yeah. And Krillin is Kurinin. Kurinin.
Oh, in the manga translation.
In the manga translation,
Yeah,
he's
that's weird. I don't know
Kurinin.
why.
Yeah.
But I like the art style of Ping Pong one because it's unique. I've never seen anime drawn like that, so just like subjectively, I'm like, well, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think as cartoonish as it is, like because people were complaining it was so cartoonish and strange looking.
Yeah.
And they were able to get like actual like human emotions better though.
Yeah.
There was an actual
Yeah.
face with like wrinkles and things like that, and they were also able to do just movements that actual people would make a little
Yeah.
bit more, as much as it kind of like
Can be out there.
They
It can
didn't.
be out there. It can be a little bubble gummy looking, like you're just
Yeah.
eating gummies.
They didn't really get too far out there until like towards the end with Dragon when
Yeah.
he goes to hit the ping pong and he just transforms into a dragon.
I always
It's
like that. It's just cool. It just
No,
shows
no,
you how
it's
the
cool.
raw power.
Yeah, no, it's cool,
Yeah.
but it wasn't.
It's definitely
the
not
rest
like-
of it
yeah.
wasn't as cartoony as those
No,
certain
it was
portions.
pretty. It was pretty like light on
Yeah,
the
like
zaniness.
like
of it.
Tamara, she was really well drawn. I feel like you can just tell she's just like this old smoker lady.
Yeah.
It's affected her life. She's just like, sorry, I don't mean it like for it to be dark or anything, but you can just like you see the actual effects of
You can
like
tell
Yeah.
she's dying inside slowly.
yeah. You can tell she's on her last leg.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Hey, I was surprised she was at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Episode 12 is just her funeral.
the unreleased.
Yeah, the unreleased episode. There you go.
Yeah, it's just Peiko cried.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What I liked was that it was her son that taught at the school, and like her statue was out front and everything.
Oh yeah.
It was like, oh
That was
yeah,
cool.
that's the old lady. Dang, she was hot. I love I do love that part about their relationship. Yeah, it's like, old lady, you and I are meant to be together, and she's like, yeah, probably.
That's funny. There was some charming parts about Peiko, but I think towards the end he was a little better.
I feel like he was kind of a douche.
He's
for the most
annoying,
part.
but
kind of
he
a
gets
douche turd.
yeah.
Well, like when he's dating the girl, he's like, hey, over here. He's like, all right, order me something. And she's like, what? I don't even like this stuff. And the dude's like, oh, what'd you want? She's like, I didn't ask for it.
And that was our boy Igami, right?
Was that Igami?
Yeah, that was Igami. That's why. That's
I
when
didn't
he was
notice
like, I
that,
guess
yeah.
the beach is not for me.
Oh yeah.
He goes to the mountains.
And there's like the other part, which is like there's like a comic manga style to it.
Yeah.
And they have like the splicing of like effects.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the
you'll see,
scenes.
like,
Yeah.
like,
The panels
Yeah.
come
all
out.
the panels coming out, and especially when they're doing the ping pong part.
Yeah.
Which made it really dynamic, and it snapped. Like it just like every time they hit that ping pong.
It's like a face,
Yeah.
and then the table, and then the ball, then the paddle,
And
then
then-
the table, and
yeah,
then
boy,
yeah,
fucking get it.
yeah, exactly. That's how I felt.
That's how I felt. I was rock hard during every single ping pong match. I was like, damn.
Dude, that music would get me hard real quick. Music. Dun, dun, dun. I can't do it.
He's like, dun, dun, nope.
Actually, I had in my notes interesting screen splits. The manga
Dude,
panels. I
did
guess that's a
too.
good. Yeah,
boy. I said style cuts.
style cuts.
That's
Yeah.
called style cuts.
Well, it's like as you're watching, you just like put the note down real quick. Like, all right, let me get this point. in
It's just
there.
a word
It's
I
like
thought
hopefully I remember what I meant by this.
Yeah, I didn't have enough notes for this one. I had more for this.
I'm just looking at a blank screen. No, I got Wikipedia up.
Here's Wikipedia up. Fake news.
No, what are you Are you crazy?
Yeah,
Never mind. I'm not going there.
I am crazy.
Oh,
So.
what did you think about going all the way back to the beginning when Wang and his coach are on the roof and just hear them playing ping
Dylan
pong?
got pissed
that was
about that. He was like, "Oh, it doesn't even make sense. How can it hear through the wind? Oh, what? And they're gonna go inside because they could hear through the wind." And it's like, then he's like, "Oh, it's too windy out here to hear."
Yeah.
And he just got super pissed.
How could you hear in the first place?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know, yeah.
but
I mean, yeah, probably they couldn't hear the ping pong. I don't know. I don't know where they were. I
but
don't know how
even-
thin the
they were on
walls-
the roof,
We don't
the
know
school
how
roof.
thin the walls were.
yeah,
We don't know.
but
anything
even
about
that, do you think they could tell how a person plays just by the sound of it?
I don't know because maybe
Yeah.
there's actually like some crazy ping pong player out there that can legit do that. Can hear how the ball
yeah.
is being hit, snap.
That's maybe it's kind of like a person who can tune a guitar by ear.
yeah. But maybe it's also just kind of like a little
A part of it.
Ridiculous.
little
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like,
ridiculousness
all right,
in
we're
there.
gonna put them over here having a conversation. Oh, they're playing ping pong. Let's
They
go
had
watch.
to get them
Yeah.
to that area.
Yeah.
He
somehow.
obviously is using this paddle and this paddle or whatever right now. I could tell
The chopper is holding back.
Yeah,
They're
he's holding
like,
back.
there's a chopper, huh?
And he's holding back. He's letting the driver win. So, but
That was
Wang
pretty
was one of my
ridiculous.
favorite characters.
He's my
mine too.
favorite. He's my favorite.
I think he had the best development.
And he had the best hair.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. I agree with that.
But
Jealous.
it was like super touching character. Like
Yeah.
when he left his mom. Originally,
Yeah.
when they first show him on the train leaving, it looks like there's no emotion. He just doesn't care. He's just leaving his mom. He's like, yo, whatever. But then later on, it shows him leaving again, and he's like actually like crying before, and he just puts his sunglasses on.
It's just his is a whole like pride and ego thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his journey is to deal with that, and just and Peiko teaches him how to have fun with the game.
Yeah. He's just
And-
like, haha, I'm having fun. Yeah.
And so it's a great when they have their match.
Mhm.
And that's a really good episode when
Yeah.
Peiko versus Wang rematch,
Mhm.
and he just like demolishes him because
Yeah.
Peiko now has the drive, he has the fun, he's not taking it so seriously, and Wang has all this on his shoulders, and it's weighing him down.
Yeah.
It just kind of shows the mentality.
But as soon as he
of
loses to
things.
Peiko, he's just like, okay. I
Did you
realize.
see like when he
Better
when
than
he
when
did
Peiko lost.
when he did lose to Peiko, like it shows that with like when he hits it, it's the plane that he was trying to get on
Yeah.
to go back to
It
China.
flies. Yeah.
Everything it shows
It's
everything
gone.
that he lost.
Yeah.
'Cause he
It
never
took
goes
off
to-
without him.
He never goes back to China.
Yeah.
He does, doesn't
No, he doesn't.
Mm-mm.
He stays
He's
in
a-
Japan
yeah.
and becomes a citizen.
Japanese.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And then he plays.
Interesting.
He
for
goes
the
on to the national team. Yeah.
Okay.
But that's like the crazy shit. Is like
Yeah.
he doesn't get to go back home.
Yeah.
I think I'm not sure. I
He
like to
probably
think that he
didn't
brings his
want
mom
to.
back.
Yeah.
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 I like to think that.
Yeah.
The Christmas episode actually
That
is
was-
probably one of my favorite ones. When
That
his
was
mom comes
super
over.
happy
yeah.
and sad at the same
Yeah.
time because you
Takes
see
the
Smile alone in his room with the cake that his coach gave him.
Yeah.
He's like just there by himself. Peiko's like eating chocolates that he didn't realize had alcohol in them, and he just gets drunk, and then Wang like actually like becomes friends with everybody at that point.
Yeah.
Like, so it was kind of interesting to see all the different like.
Then there's what's his name, Manabo Sakuma.
Sakuma, yeah.
The freaking Akuma guy, the
Yeah.
dude that has like the really
devil
crazy
eyes,
and
yeah.
the glasses. He's like working.
Oh, yeah, he was working, yeah.
because he gave up ping pong and
Yeah.
he
Yep.
got expelled from the team.
Because he wasn't talented enough, and
His kind of hurts me too. He's like,
Yeah.
because he had in a way, the drive.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah.
was researching, and that's why he hated Peiko so much. Because Peiko was
Just had
naturally
naturally-
talented
yeah.
and never tried, and he tried very hard. But it just shows that there is like a natural talent. Some people are just naturally driven
Yeah.
to certain
Yeah.
things, and if it's not a fit for you, it's not a fit. And as much as it hurts,
Sakuma was actually a big turning point in Peiko's life when they had that moment on the bridge, and even the people
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
walked by like, "Oh, having a gay moment." Yeah.
God damn.
yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's 3.
beat
Have you ever had a
that.
guest with 3 bleeps?
No. Even Patrick didn't have 3.
you have to bleep Patrick out though too.
His mic was pretty low.
Yeah.
But it was my other part I liked is when Dragon was training and he was up against like 5 robot arms.
Oh yeah,
that was
and on a moving platform.
I'm just like, this guy has like the drive and the talent. It's just like he's hit a wall.
Yeah.
Like, there's a wall where like
Well, he never really wanted to play ping pong.
Well,
like
he was
that.
holding
He-
the honor of his
Yeah.
Yeah.
dad's
and
part
his
of the family.
Yeah.
it was more of an honor thing for him than it actually was.
Yeah.
Like an enjoyment because he wasn't having fun.
He wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was giving. It shows you he's giving up like the
Everything,
girl who,
yeah.
who is in fact his cousin.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That was weird. I don't.
Well, I think it's like Elfin Line.
Yeah.
Like Dylan's like, it's okay. I'm like kind of into my cousin.
Well, no. Well, I mean,
I'm his cousin.
well, I mean, it was like pretty natural for a long time for them to marry cousins
like when?
in Japan.
Oh,
Like
was it?
not that
Yeah,
long
it's-
ago. Like
oh,
until
yeah,
recently.
It's pretty recent.
Yeah.
But it's just it's definitely a culture shock.
Yeah.
when you're watching it. And
Will you bring that back? No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing to me?
apologize to all of Japan.
Yeah.
I apologize to anybody
Oh.
who listens to this who has a cousin.
So everybody.
Every single person. No, Ping Pong was good, but I think the only reason I'd give it a 9 out of 10 is that Panko was a main character and a big part of it, and I just didn't enjoy his character. So subjectively, if I'm thinking like on objective terms, it's just like a piece of media that had a consistent story and a consistent arc and did everything well. It's a 10 out of 10. But I just didn't like Panko as a character, and I think that kind of like
No,
for the
I-
first
I-
yeah.
episode, I was like, I just
I
don't
can
like
see
this
that.
guy.
No,
yeah.
I can agree with you, especially in the beginning. He's definitely annoying.
Yeah.
he's just not a fun character. You're
Not
just like,
until the latter half.
he's like grating.
When the one guy comes into Tomorrow Tables and it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna beat you," he's like, "All right, but if I beat you, you gotta call me Master or Sensei or
Yeah.
something."
You gotta call me Mister.
or Mister. Yeah.
It's Mr. Peiko
Yeah.
to you. This is my Peiko voice.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
It's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Hey, Smile.
Because it's annoying.
Listen up, Dylan.
Yeah.
You play me at ping pong? Come on, Dylan.
Oh, hey, Peiko. Oh, who are you? What? Oh, just kidding.
Peiko, you're supposed to be in class. I'm just gambling with this guy over here, Smile. Just gambling. Don't
There's
give a fuck.
there's no gambling here. Oh, she doesn't care. Yeah, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because I feel like I didn't attach myself to the show as much. You know, there just wasn't that like feeling of just like I was in love with the show. I mean, like everything was so well done and it was a
Yeah.
great show, but I just
Why don't
couldn't
you think you
attach.
attached to yourself to it though?
Because
I feel like-
Because
Yeah.
I definitely got attached to
Yeah.
like certain aspects, like
The-
Bang I got attached to, and even Dragon and Smile I got attached to,
Yeah.
and a little bit of Peiko at the end. I just hated Peiko.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's because Peiko and even Smile to an extent, like I like Smile better than Peiko.
He's not that
but they're
interesting, though, I agree.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like if Wang or Kazuma, I feel like they were more interesting characters.
Definitely.
So-
Yeah, I would say.
Well, maybe not Kazuma so much,
I
but
think the
Wang
relationship
for sure.
between
Yeah,
Smile and Peiko was interesting,
Mm-hmm.
and to see that how much they drove each other and held each other back at the same time,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and that evolving into just like an acceptance of just like their own friendship, because Peiko gave up ping pong after losing one time.
Yeah.
And it was embarrassing. It was kind of embarrassing, dude.
It's kind of childish.
They said he
yeah.
was always a crybaby when he
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
So, and he realized that Smile did that to him because Smile was better than him.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least was. And we still don't know. I guess that's always like, maybe that's a debate or something. Did Smile let Peiko win?
Because I was thinking about that. I think when Smile like kind of reverts back kind of to himself and is just enjoying ping pong, I think he's not as focused on maybe his technique and really trying to strike someone down and be really analytical. Maybe he's just playing just for fun now. But he's trying.
Yeah.
But he's just playing more for fun. But he's leaving himself more open. So I could see like you saying like maybe he did let him win, but maybe he did. I don't.
Maybe subconsciously he let him win.
I don't think he's
again.
subconsciously, but I think he changed his style.
Because
Of
he was
play.
enjoying
okay.
Yeah,
playing
he was
Peiko.
enjoying it. So I could
Yeah.
see
I mean, I'm
him
sure
being
it's
more
Still
live.
not letting him win, though,
Yeah.
technically.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say I don't really know. I don't think it's a really like a clear. It's super clear.
I think it's just left to the watcher. You
Yeah.
know, it's like, did he not?
Yeah,
You know?
because they never show like the full match. You know.
Yeah.
It just kind of cuts to.
Yeah.
I mean, also at the end, Smile's coach is like, do you have what it takes to,
Yeah, 'cause
ruin
Peiko
somebody's
has a
knee?
bad knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he says I was like, I'm gonna go. He has a bad knee, so he says I'm gonna use this strategy against him. He goes, but does a hero have any weaknesses? He goes, no.
Yeah,
Hero doesn't have any weaknesses.
So did
Yeah.
Peiko overcome his bad knee
Yeah,
to just
exactly.
beat Smile?
Was Peiko just that driven and that?
Well, I mean, Peiko is the one that really actually wanted to be a professional player.
yeah,
Like,
because
he's-
Smile didn't.
Yeah, Smile just
Smile was kind of it was forced upon him.
Yeah.
like he enjoyed it, but then once he didn't enjoy it,
Yeah. Well, his coach even said in the beginning when he was talking to Tamura, that it's like, I'm not trying to get him to do this for his whole life or as a career, but I want him to at least see the potential he has
Yeah.
to realize whether or not he wants to do it.
he
He's
probably
because
could've
he's
gone
holding back.
professional.
Oh, definitely.
definitely.
I mean,
But he
yeah.
decided a different occupation.
Yeah.
in the end.
And I
Because
think-
it wasn't for him.
Yeah,
He
it-
liked it just as a hobby, not as a.
he wasn't driven to do that. He never
Yeah.
was. It was because of Peiko is the only reason he did it. And once he was able to see Peiko reach to his full potential, his part in that story was done.
Yeah,
And so now he's just doing it for other kids. And I think
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
Well,
Yeah.
well, Smile does enjoy it because that was the thing that.
Well, he enjoyed it because of Peiko.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mostly
But-
because when Peiko wasn't there, it was just work with him and the coach.
yeah.
You know, it was just a big struggle of just.
But then why does he go back and teach at?
Well,
The
actually, I
tomorrow
wanted
tables.
to talk about like the ending for the 5 kind of characters.
Okay.
Like
Mm-hmm.
Peiko actually, he finds a way to come back to ping pong, actually try.
Yeah.
And he manages to reach his dream of being professional.
Okay.
Smile, he likes ping pong, but doesn't love it enough to play professionally.
Yeah.
But he still, he becomes his teacher, but he still sticks with it as being kind of like a
Hobby.
side job.
Yeah, or
Just
yeah.
teaching. Just
That's kind of where he got his roots.
Like he
Yeah.
doesn't hate it. It's just like it's a hobby to him. It'll
Yeah.
always be a hobby, and it's always a hobby because Peiko got him into it. Peiko was the one that said, "Hey, let's play ping pong."
Yeah.
Smile. Hey, Smile.
And then with Dragon, I like to think that after losing, he started to realize, all the stuff that he was losing while just focusing on ping pong and sacrificing.
Relationships with people.
His
and
hair.
everything, 'cause
And he got it back.
he looked good at the hair. He
Yeah.
looked good at the hair.
Very different.
Yeah.
It
And
looks
Wang.
super different.
What do you got for Wang?
Oh,
Wang-
wait.
Yeah.
Wait, what was I saying? I felt like I had one more thing to say for Dragon. Oh, yeah, no, Dragon, because Dragon gets kicked off the team. So I feel like he sacrificed a little bit of his ability. Jeez.
Sorry.
All right.
Gay
China.
stuff happening over here.
China.
China.
Hey, China.
That's what they call him, China.
Yeah.
Hey, China. How about you play me, China?
But I mean, jeez. Well, oh my God.
It's gonna be a new thing, actually.
Yeah. Well, China, I mean, he manages to find success, He plays for the Japanese national team,
Yeah.
which he would talk so much shit about.
Yeah.
He was like, no, there's no
Which
good
he,
players.
he gets humbled.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. And I feel like he realizes how it is for the Japanese compared to like, China. It's just a machine. You know, you play because we tell you to play because we think you're good, and that's your life, and you have no say in it. But in Japan, it's like it's a lot more relaxed.
Well, that's where Peiko comes in because Peiko is doing this completely for fun and also talent.
Yeah.
So like and he's talented and he's having fun, and he shows Wang that it's not all
Yeah.
just because Wang is like in the very first episode. He's just like, I don't even want to play with these losers. Like they're gonna bring me down.
Pretty much.
Well, it was just a ticket to him.
Yes.
Yeah. He just win, go home.
Yep.
That's it.
He just wanted to get back home and not back on the Chinese team.
And I don't want to leave Sakuma out, the demon dude.
Yeah.
Because he finds happiness in other things.
His girlfriend.
He's got his family. He's
Yeah.
got his third kid coming on the way. So he just found a way to,
His girlfriend was so annoying though.
Yeah. Yeah, she was.
Oh, I just want. What did she say?
I heard the
Are we
Japanese
gonna
one, so
Yeah.
she was just like, Mama. It was pretty obnoxious.
I only
Yeah.
watched dub because Funimation had it dubbed.
Yeah.
That's okay. I think the dub's
The
pretty good.
dub is as good as it could be.
is as good as it
it's
could
good.
be.
It's
Yeah.
solid.
Yeah.
I listened to it and being like, I can see this being everyone's voice. This works fine.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Yeah.
good. So, all right.
We're good.
Yeah.
Solid.
Solid. Liked it. Hey, Smile. Hey, China. Hey, come play me.
Actually,
Think you can take me on, China?
all right.
I can't do any of their voices. I don't think. Maybe Smile. No, not even Smile.
Hey, China. What you saying, China? You speaking words I don't understand, China.
They have more of a pop to their accent though. More of a pop. I can't do it. It'll come out Vietnamese.
They'll come out racist. Don't edit you out.
Like,
So,
yeah.
are we you want to wrap up the review here?
Let's wrap it up.
We want to wrap it
Wrap
up?
it up.
Put a bow on top
Yeah,
of
like a
it.
disappointing Christmas present?
Ping pong 10 out of 10.
Dang. I know what I'm getting you for Christmas. Copy of Ping Pong.
Hey, Ping Pong is good.
Yeah. No, it's definitely rewatchable. This is my second time watching
Yeah.
it.
It's
It'd been a
definitely-
while since I'd watched it. But I'd watch it again. I would say like going through again a second time, it kind of like dragged a little bit, but then there were certain points where like thinking back and reflecting on them, I do really appreciate the show more, and I kind of want to buy it now. And the ending was actually really touching.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yep. And the kites that steal burgers.
Yes. A recurring theme. I still give it a 9 out of 10.
That's all right. I get
Yeah.
where you guys are coming from. Because
Yeah,
I feel
9
like
out of
I've
10.
attached myself to like all of them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've seen people in my life.
Like you are all of them?
You can see a little bit of yourself.
No,
in all of
I
them
think
in a
it's
way.
great. I think that aspect is great. And I could easily give it a 10 out of 10. It's just like I think a little bit of subjectivity with my dislike for Peico.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
He's annoying.
Yeah.
You can
I
get
get it. I get it.
No, yeah, definitely. He's just obnoxious.
It's like, I get it. He's just terrible. He's the worst character.
He's just
ever.
terribly obnoxious. No, I mean,
A
no,
hero
I
appears.
think he's completely essential to the story. Well, yeah,
Oh,
obviously
absolutely.
is.
He's a hero.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I think they could
But-
have done. I don't know what they could have done.
I don't. No, I
they
think
had
the way.
to do him that way.
Exactly.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
The way he was, but I
All
can
right.
see you
All right.
not liking him.
It's 10
Yeah.
out of 10 then. All right.
Yeah.
You got it. 10 out of 10.
I am-
Ping Pong
Ping
is
Pong's
a
10 out of
perfect
10.
show.
Don't
9
give
out
your
of 10.
opinion, you little bitch.
All right, we all wrong. Move the table. Move the table. I'm coming over.
It's an 8.7.
All right, Morty. yeah.
I've never watched Rick and
It's a
Morty.
10 out of 10. Morty.
But you have a Rick and Morty hoodie on.
It was on sale, and I like Primitive.
What are you, stupid Morty? It's a 10 out of 10. It's 8.7 rating. 10 out of 10. Ping pong.
I
don't think the mic likes
Ping
it.
pong for life.
Sorry.
Might have to cut all
Sorry,
that out.
headphone users.
Yeah.
All
Sorry,
right.
anybody listening, because I know you had to keep adjusting it, the volume in the car, because I listen in the car a lot. It's like you'll have it turned up because it'll be quiet, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, I'm not going to yell, but somebody will yell, and you're like, let me turn it down, and then it gets super quiet again.
They can deal.
I tried to
deal
block.
with it.
I tried to block it for all of you.
They can deal. Free content.
And thank you for watching this episode of Two Guys
Watching
in a
or
Warehouse.
listening?
Sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
What?
Dude, a lot of
The
people have
most
been roasting
ambitious MMORPG.
I don't know what
since
that is.
The
So.
other one.
that. Every YouTuber sponsors it, or is sponsored
Really?
by it, yeah.
Oh,
It's-
jeez.
it's a-
But I guess we're not
Yeah. Well, we're not YouTubers.
podcasters. We're working.
Yeah.
You have YouTube.
Oh, we do have a YouTube. Yeah, you fucking. You're the one that made the YouTube, Dylan. You should
Yeah,
know
but we
this.
aren't YouTubers.
Contact Dollar Shave Club and Raid Shadow Legends right now.
Are you saying I need to shave or
I need
something?
to shave probably.
Yeah. You hear that?
I need a manscape.
Yeah, me too.
And-
We
Anime.
were just talking
yeah.
about that manscaping.
Were we?
Yeah, remember? You're like,
No.
yeah, I hate when my hair is like so like.
We should.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We should get into this.
Okay,
We should
I remember
get
what you're
into
talking about
this.
now. Yeah. All right, so this has been Two Guys in a Warehouse with me, Dylan from TGW Podcast, Elliot from nowhere, just got out of
Elliot
jail.
from Yo Mom's basement.
And your boy.
Catch him
Professor Otaku.
outside on the streets.
All right, shut the
He's
fuck
been to
up. We're
jail.
ending it.
And
Bye.
Alex.
Bye.